A third-generation bull rider, Justin McBride, was destined for greatness. With a passion for the sport and a hunger for success, McBride has been on an unrelenting mission to be the best in the world for the past 7 years. Yet the title of world champion has been knocked from his grasp on more than one occasion. But with grit, determination, and an unflinching toughness, McBride will not quit until he wins that gold buckle. From triumph and tragedy to heartbreak and bone break, this is the story of a true modern cowboy. This is Total Bull, Justin McBride. Athletes are measured by championships. Baseball and football players by their championship rings, Olympians by their gold medals, golfers by the major championships they've won, and bull riders are measured by their gold buckles. And of course, in every sport, there is that dubious title that goes to the best athlete never to have won a championship. In golf, it was Phil Mickelson for the longest time until he finally won the Masters. And in bull riding, there is no question, it's Justin McBride. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Total Bull. I'm Brett Haber. Over the next half hour, we're going to take a look at what makes Justin McBride the special athlete that he is and the events that have transpired to keep him from winning a title up to now.
Every year can be a year for Justin McBride.
And here is a big ride for Justin McBride. He's hanging on for dear life. This guy is a hero. Boy, he makes every bull look easy.
And the #1 rider in the world gets 8 seconds.
This man is infallible.
Justin McBride was destined to be a cowboy even before he was born.
My grandpa was a bull rider. You know, my dad rode bulls. I guess it was something that was always there for me if, you know, I wanted to do it. If the breeding program for the bulls and race horses is true, then, you know, it's kind of in my breeding to be a bull rider.
Big kicks out of the chute around to the left. Now he drifts to the right side of the arena. Justin's got a seat.
Justin is one of the toughest cowboys, the most sinewy, toughest cowboys that are out there on the tour.
Oh, whacked him right under the chin. Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
He is tough. He's a cowboy through and through. You don't catch him at home in tennis shoes and shorts and a ball cap. He's cowboy when he wakes up, and he's cowboy when he goes to bed.
Well, a cowboy, that's all I've ever wanted to be.
The one thing that may have kept Justin McBride so far from being a world champion has been injuries.
He's a lot stronger than you think. He's a little bit smaller than most guys, but he's a scrappy little guy, I guarantee you that. I'm his #1 fan. I'm back there pulling for him every single time he rides, and he's just such a great athlete.
He just about had his left foot over his head. He's trying to prove something.
I'm telling you what now, that was beautiful.
When I look at Justin McBride, I see world champion. There's no question there.
This is world championship type fun.
A world title complete my life. You know, that's, like I said, that's what I've been building my whole life toward, is being a world champion bull rider. So until I have that, I ain't complete.
When me and Justin were in college, we had a pretty good time. We didn't get much schoolwork done, but it was a good experience. We had a good time in Las Vegas, and we had a lot of great people on our team, a lot of good rodeo athletes, and just happy we had the experience to go to college there for a year, and then got out of that and went pro, and now we're in the PBR living our dreams, so enjoying what we're doing.
When I first got to come to PBR events, it was the coolest thing ever for me. It's where I wanted to be, and it's one thing to, you know, growing up say, yeah, man, I could ride with those guys, but when you actually get the chance to, it's really exciting for you.
It was funny when he first come on tour, a lady said, was looking at the draw sheet, and she said some poor kid from Nebraska drove all the way here to get on Panhandle Slam, which was Bull of the Year that year, and he stuck it on.
First event I ever won was in Odessa, Texas. I was living in Nebraska at the time, and me and one of my buddies drove down there, and we got stuck in a snowstorm in New Mexico, and we finally made it. I think people were pretty sure it was a fluke that I rode Panhandle Slim, and I surprised them and rode Hollywood the next night and won the event. You know, it was one of my first events. It was my second event ever to be at, and riding those two bulls and winning the event. It was a weekend I'll never forget. 2001 was the first year I was in the top 5. It was a good year. I won 5 events that year. You know, I think between Ty and Adriano and I, we won, you know, over half of the events that year. So I ended up coming out 3rd, and that would have been a really good year to win a first world title. But that's why those two guys are great champions, because they don't let little knuckleheads come out in front of them. In 2002, I spent half of the year talking about 2001 to people. And before I knew it, I looked up and was in 5th place going into the World Finals without a shot in hell to win a world title. Had some okay rides, you know, good enough to finish in the top 5, but not really good enough to make a push for a world title. So I vowed to myself after that finals was over that I would never, ever spend any more time worrying about the year that was already over.
Taking a look at Justin McBride's early career highlights. In 1999, he won his first event at the Odessa Open, pocketing $25 grand. In 2000, he was the runner-up in Grand Rapids. Then in 2001, he became the event champion in Grand Rapids. Keep that event in the back of your mind. He ended the 2002 PBR season with over 6,600 points and over $180,000 in prize money. Still to come on the show, McBride enters the 2003 season cruising towards his first world title, but will a trip to Michigan take the wind out of his sail? More from Total Bull, the Justin McBride story, right after this. Welcome back to Total Bull, the story of Justin McBride. After a slightly disappointing 2002 season, McBride enters 03 ranked 5th, but desiring number 1. Let's see where he ends up.
I pretty much just wasted 2002 away, and after that year, I was really hungry for 2003.
Justin McBride. Elk City, Oklahoma by way of Nebraska, matching moves. Beautiful.
Those are the kind of rides he's got to make this year if he wants to be the world champion.
Justin McBride, what a ride!
It's time for Justin McBride to step up to the plate and get it done.
Here it is, Copper Top with Justin McBride. Justin is with him step for step. Justin McBride going right into his hand. He stays to the right, trying to get rid of him with a trick. He flips him at the end.
He and Chris Shivers, you know, battling it out in 2003. 1 week Justin would be there. The next week Chris would be there.
It seemed like I would get hot and so would Chris, or vice versa. We just kind of fed off each other the whole season.
St. Louis was my second win of the season. In the final round, I had a bull called Mossy Oak Mudslinger, a bull that had bucked me off 2 times previous to that. And I rode him that night and was 90-something. And everybody else fell off that had ridden 2, and so I won first. Glad about it.
That's an outstanding bull ride by Justin McBride.
We get to the end, and Justin finally catches him in Atlantic City.
Here's McBride chasing a world title right now. In this 8 seconds, on this ride, on this night, tonight, Justin McBride puts 2 great rides together.
You know, I felt like I was focused on the task at hand, which was trying to win a world title. We came into Grand Rapids, you know, one of our last events of the year. In the short round, the bull threw me off, stomped on me. I was done till the finals after that.
I thought it killed him. I honestly thought he was dead. Probably should have been as much chest trauma as he took.
Oh, I tell you what, Justin McBride, known for being one of the toughest cowboys in professional bull riding, slow to get up. And I'm telling you what, this bull jumped right in the middle of him. This is, I mean, gut-wrenching,
I got Justin.
heart-breaking, body-busting, brutal bull riding.
I had a collapsed lung and a broke rib. You know, I can breathe now, and I think it's in pretty good shape, and everything's going to heal up just fine.
I had to miss our last event, but it ended up working out. I got to get on at the finals.
Does he have that injury in his head? He was in the hospital. His life was in danger. Just can he afford to think about it? Let's see if it's in his head.
It's not in his head. It's just whether he's physically able to get by this bull.
And it appears that Justin McBride is just did.
I had Mossy Oak Mudslinger in the short round in 2003 at the finals. A bull I'd been on a few times prior to that. It throwed me off a few times, and I'd ridden him a few times.
Today, he feels a $1 million pressure.
He needs an 88.5 to take the lead in the overall points for the finals. And then if he stays #1 at the finals competition here, then he picks up the bonus points that will help him in points for the world title in the million.
Mossy Oak Mudslinger is ready, and so is Justin McBride. This could put him in a position to win $1 million. He's getting... Oh, no! Chris Shivers has just won $1 million, and he doesn't know it.
What an effort by Justin McBride. He's 1.9 seconds away from $1 million.
You know, he was pretty much the same as he always is. You know, bucks really hard, but good to ride. If you stump your toe, he's probably going to throw you off. I must have stumped my toe because he threw me off.
Although he didn't win the world title, McBride's achievements for 2003 were impressive, including 2 event wins in Anaheim and St. Louis. When we come back, Justin goes into 2004 healthier and wealthier and wiser. Will it bring him his first world title? Find out on Total Bull Justin McBride right after this. Would a hot start to 2004 bring McBride that elusive gold buckle? Or would a stop in Grand Rapids halt his goals? Let's find out as Total Bull Justin McBride continues.
In 2004, you know, I came back. I had Mudslinger early on in the year at Phoenix.
Look from Justin McBride to riding tonight. This bull, he likes to turn back to the left. He can go to the right.
And here is a big ride for Justin McBride. You saw Mossy Oak look right into his eyes. Adam scored 92 on the back of this bull, and Justin McBride exacting a little revenge on Mossy Oak.
How about that? You better believe revenge is going to be so sweet.
I had one of the better trips he's ever had with me that day, and I rode him, and it felt pretty good to ride him after just, you know, a month or 2 earlier falling off of him for possibly $1 million bonus. So it felt good to get him ridden that time, and then I had him again at an event and was able to ride him, and he had kind of a different trip with me. He went to the right first and back to the left, which was unusual for him. You know, usually around to the left, and I handled him pretty good there, so it felt good to ride him those 2 times. Tacoma, I believe I had a bull called McNasty.
I love the matchup. McBride on McNasty. It's a match made in Happy Meal heaven.
Happy Meal heaven. Wow, Justin McKee, did you sit at home and think all that up on your own? That's something.
Justin McBride to win the event. It's to the left, away from his hand. The bull stumbles, but McBride stays aboard, reaches the whistle, and that's going to win Justin McBride this event in Tacoma, Washington.
I'd seen Ross get on him a couple of times. So Ross, he let me know how to ride him before I ever got on him. So he was really good to ride. I was, you know, 90 or 91 something, and was able to win the event.
Everything's going pretty good. I think I won 4 events during the summer. I didn't do too hot. I don't even know if I ever stayed on a bull during the summer. You know, and once again, going into Grand Rapids.
I think something about Grand Rapids.
Grand Rapids.
Grand Rapids.
Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids again.
For $5,000 on Lefty, around to the left, cannot hang on, and he limps off.
Man, I don't like the way he's dragging that leg.
Oh, the curse of Grand Rapids on Justin McBride.
Fate's a funny thing. And it is so shocking and ironic that it happened to him 2 years in a row. The one thing that may have kept Justin McBride so far from being a world champion has been the injuries.
Got on Mossy Oak shootout and got stepped on my leg and broke both bones in my leg. So I was back in the hospital right before the finals.
He is snake bit in this building. He is snake bit at Van Andel in Grand Rapids. Oh, no.
Going into the finals with a broke leg, You know, I'd already had my surgery. I had 9 screws in a plate in my leg, so it was held together pretty good. It was still a little sore, but, you know, they had made me a cast to ride in. I got a lot of support from the fans in Las Vegas at the finals. It felt good every night to hear them cheering for me, or when I would stay on one, whether it probably wasn't even a very good ride, they'd be cheering really loud for me.
This is Justin McBride. McBride on Smokeless War Dance. White bull with spots with a ton of power. And Justin McBride, broken ankle and all, gets hung up and there goes down. Made 6.7 seconds, and that's as far as he could go.
I want to say this. Last year, McBride rode his final bull for 6.7. And if he'd rode him for the entire 8 seconds, might have won the world title last year. And you know what? He might have had a shot at it this year, too. It's been a tough finals for a guy with a broken ankle.
Another injury-plagued season would cost McBride that elusive world title in 2004, but his list of event wins would grow with 4 more. When we come back, it is McBride in 2005, with a possible record-breaking season and a world title within his sights. All that ahead. Total Bull McBride returns after this. Welcome back to Total Bull, the story of Justin McBride. After 2 injury-riddled seasons in 03 and 04, Justin returned in 05, still pursuing that elusive gold buckle that he's been searching for 7 long years.
You know, I haven't changed a thing coming into 2005.
Textbook Justin McBride, not a mistake in the world, and this bull just had a great trip, and Justin made him look easy.
It seems like every year, starting a new season, I have a lot of motivation because I just lost a world title the year before.
The bull that broke his leg 4 months ago, looking for revenge. Around to the left, he's tapped off. Throws his hat right at that bull and says, "Get out of my face."
I'm doing the exact same things, using the exact same equipment.
St. Louis, I had Hotel California in the short round. A bull I was pretty excited to get on again because I'd had him at the finals the year before last year, and he made pretty short work of me, pretty fast. I felt confident getting on him at St. Louis. I had 2 legs that I could walk on, and I felt a lot better about getting on him. You know, that wasn't really an excuse at the finals. I don't think it would have mattered if I'd have had 3 legs. I probably couldn't have tied myself to him, but St. Louis, I felt confident about it, and he went into my hand most of the time. I was pretty excited to stay on him because that's a bull that they didn't ride hardly ever.
The ride on Deuces Wild in Billings, a bull that I hadn't seen when I had him drawn in the short round. I'd heard about how big and bad he was and this and that, you know, but pretty much all the bulls in the short round are big and bad. This one was just a new one that nobody had seen too much. You know, it turned out to be a really good bull, real honest bull. Turned back to the left and stayed in it to the left the whole time. Kicked good and bucked hard. That's the kind of bull you hope to get on in a short round.
Wild Side is a bull I'd seen for the last few years. A bull I've always wanted to get on. That's a really cool little bull. A lot of action, spins fast, pretty wild. He's kind of like a mudslinger.
I cannot believe what I'm seeing with this guy, and I just wonder if we're fully aware of the special nature of what Justin McBride is doing through the first half of this season. It's historic.
Well, McBride's having a dominating season. He's won 6 events so far. Jeremy Marchi is number 2 in the world. He's won 1 event.
He's been riding great all along. I mean, the confidence after 6 events is just sky high. He's got the record tied, and I'll bet you before the end of the year he'll have it all to himself.
It's been cool to win 6 events. We still got quite a little season left, and shoot, I'd like to try and win 6 more before it's over.
Into his hand to the right. So comfortable, so balanced, so centered.
At the same time, he's human, so we're going to see him buck off a bull from time to time.
Fakes to the right, then back around to the left. Just too much back end.
As far as me having trouble in the short go-round, that's because the bulls are too hard. When you get to the short round, you have to have things go your way. at these events. You know, it's the best 15 bulls in the world pretty much every weekend. And when you make a lot of the short rounds, you're going to get tested every weekend. You know, I could probably make less short rounds and it would look like I rode more of my short round bulls. But when you make the short round all the time and get matched up against those bulls week in and week out, you know, people might say you've been having trouble in the short round. You know, the short round is where I thrive. That's what I really enjoy about these events, is the short round. To me, that's what the PBR is all about, when you match up the best bulls against the best riders, and that's what generally happens in the short round. It's just who's on that day.
This year he seems like he's doing great. He's injury-free and everything is going good for him. We'll just keep on watching him perform and watching him win like he does. It's fun to see.
He's still here. He's still battling it out. Once again, here's a guy that's never got a gold buckle that's in the #1 spot.
For me to win a world title this year, it would be the biggest thing in my life to this point. You know, it's what my entire life has been about. But I'm going to probably be back next year trying to do it again.
2005 would seem to be Justin McBride's best chance ever at winning that world championship, but we have seen things go awry for him at the very end of the season in the past. That town in Michigan, Grand Rapids, comes to mind, where the last 2 years in a row he's been injured and seen his chances at that title go awry. Will this be the year that he finally overcomes the curse of Grand Rapids and collects that gold buckle that's eluded him for so long? We hope you've enjoyed this edition of Total Bull. For all of us at OLN, I'm Brett Haber.